What's up, Sooner Nation? Welcome to the Sooner Surge podcast. I got the basketball jersey on. I need a little tan, so I'm waiting for the sunshine from Jackson and others here tonight. What's up,
Dude,
Jay?
What are you doing? I mean, I understand putting the jersey on for this little 2-on-2 action coming down the road, but come on,
man. I'm waiting on the sunshine. I'm waiting on the sunshine tonight to get the tan going, Jay.
Wow, I'm having trouble seeing, Germ. Do something with that. Jeez.
Yep.
You know who you kind of look like? Put the camera back on. The glasses and everything.
Yeah.
You kind of look like a little bit.
Who?
The professor. Do you play like the professor?
Oh, absolutely, Jay.
Okay.
I'll do you guys a favor.
Yeah, please do. What's going on? Hey, you like this little Will Smith? It's pretty tough, isn't it? What's up, Gray God? KB, what's up? Bobby, 918, everybody. Yeah, that looks better, Jeremy. How's everybody doing tonight? Good?
Doing good,
Hey,
Jay.
in case you don't know, this is for something down the road, a little 2-on-2 action, basketball action. Trying to get confirmation on when, but it should be fun. So I'm excited.
We got to get a date settled down, Jay, for this. Yep. We're ready. We're ready. I'm starting a workout regime today. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Hey, how's your Sunday go? Good?
Good. The Thunder. I know you have a strong take on this, Jay, so let's go and hear it about your prediction.
Okay, I'll go and predict it. I already say what I'm going to say is right now on April 6th, if the Thunder match up with the Lakers or Warriors, I'm not picking them to advance.
Yeah, that's a bad take.
Okay, that's fine. Maybe I'm overreacting, but the last two games have kind of – and I know, Germ, I know you and Hunter and Jackson and people today were like, this game meant nothing. It absolutely meant something to people playing it, promise you. Now, it means nothing to the standings. I get it. But you cannot tell me the Lakers didn't go in there like it's a playoff game, and you can't tell me the Thunder playing everybody healthy didn't think it was a little more than a regular game, Jerry.
We'll save that for our Thunder Lives, Jay, because we're going to pick those back up in playoffs. Hey, I promise you this, Greg. I don't stress any about playing basketball. It's my sanctuary, the court. I will –
Oh, jeez.
Hey, you tell me when I'll be there, and yeah, we can have someone record it. Jay and I have plays from growing up. Listen, we have telepathic abilities on the court. We know where each other's at. I can go on and on, but it's not going to be pretty for you, Greg God. I'm just going to say that right now. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, what else is going on today? You had the women's championship. UConn, Paige Becker's just dominated. Wasn't much of a game. Did you see the stat? And I thought I'd bring this up tonight because we've talked about non-revenue sports and Brody would cook us, I'm sure, but no. Hey, did you see where they lost $5 million this year, South Carolina?
I did not, Jay.
Somebody help me out if that was a true or not, but I saw where they lost $5 million this year to basketball. I don't know. Maybe this was not accurate, but
hey, Chris said he liked the new Fan Stop shirt this month. Yeah, the gray one. It's a gray. It's a really good shirt. The May one is unbelievable. The Memorial Day one. So hey, yeah. Hello, Jen from Denton. Jen says hello from Denton. Hit the like, everybody. Jay. Look, and Greg God, again, I know we kind of talked through Discord last night on messaging. Whenever everyone can, when you and 918 are ready, let's throw a few dates out there and let's make it happen. I don't need time to warm up.
Yeah. Hey, Platone, good to see you on here. Good to see you, Platone. Says Thunder or Paper Tiger won't get past second round. We'll see. Sooner Surge, baby. That's right. Hey,
are we putting a shirt out? Yeah, you're talking about for our merch.
We are going to do it. Just trying to narrow it down to the best thing. We're not going to release a whole lot of different, what do you call it? Different types. There's going to be one as far as logo and far as whatever we're putting on it graphic wise. But yes, it will be put out. There it is. Jack said in the red more than 5.6 million during fiscal year. Yeah. Something crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. I saw where Duke going to reload with $8 to $10 million in NIL for basketball.
Did you know it's been over 10 years since they've won a championship and they have all these elite players?
Not surprising.
Well, they should win one every 10 years minimum.
Right now, in the last 10 years, what's the best basketball program? Men's. What would you say? In the last 10 years. It'd be UConn, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, because they won back-to-back.
They won back-to-back. I mean, other than them, who do you put up there other than UConn?
It's probably it, Jay. Houston's been in a few Final Fours.
Now, if Houston can get a championship, they got to get one, though. They got to get it, man.
I think he might retire if he gets one.
I think if he gets one, which will be, by the way, his 800th win.
Oh,
if he gets his 800th win and they win the Final Four, win the championship, he might be like, I don't know. I didn't realize he was 69 years old.
Correct. That should have been the trivia. Daniel would have gotten it correct tonight.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Chris said he's ready to buy. Chris is ready to buy the merch. We got to get on that, Jay.
Matt says 2-10 for the OU football team. There's Matt for us.
And welcome, Matt. Hey, by the way, on the Sooner Surge basketball tournament challenge, it's really a two-team race now. It's Hunter, who has Florida winning it all.
Yep.
Or KB Longhorn, the guy who says he knows nothing about basketball, has Houston winning it all. If Houston wins, right, KB wins. If Florida wins, Hunter wins. Hunter Cornejo.
Now, this is a great point by Sooner-Thron. I've thought about this too. He works with his son and his wife. They're kind of already as a family working.
And his daughter, right?
Yes, and his daughter works there. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, Gray got dropped off there, didn't he?
Yes.
So, hey, what else is going on? Let's talk about football. You want to talk about football?
Let's talk football, Jay. What do you want to talk about tonight? It's less than 1 week away from the Crimson Combine.
Well, I saw 918's comment earlier up here.
There it is. There it is. This is
what?
Every night. Like, this is words. I have a dictionary. I have a dictionary over here to my right, and I still won't be able to find enough adjectives or synonyms in my thesaurus for that are synonymous with gratitude and thankfulness. That would do Dave McCook, Super Dave, Dave McGeneris any justice. Because again, a $20 super every night. Super Dave in the chat as always. Man, thank you so much, Dave. Thanks.
Yeah, appreciate it so much. Big time. 918, here's what I was going to get to. We talked a little bit.
Dave will be getting some free Sooner Surge merch too. Not only that, some other merch, but some free Sooner Surge merch when we get
and Makula left that committing. We all know what that means typically for portal guys. Also, in-state linebacker Ackerson on campus yesterday, not one stat member. I don't know anything about Ackerson. I do know that Makula came and didn't commit. And I know people say, well, the portal has no, but it's different with him because his coach left. So he can go ahead and get into that. So, hey, 3 position groups I think OU must get in the portal. Must. Linebacker, O-line. I'll say tight end. But tight end's weird for me unless you're going to get a guy that's going to start. I don't want just another guy. I don't want a jag. So for depth, though, you need a linebacker. For depth, you need an O-lineman. Do you think any running backs leave?
Yes.
Do you think you need cornerback? 918 cornerback for sure.
You need to get a cornerback. I think a running back leaves, Jay. But the only way I think a running back leaves is if it's Barnes.
We'll see. Chris says Jerem is the tight end that left the guy.
Hey, Chris, along with me and about 30. Hey, Jay. I'm going to not yell because I don't want my it to mess up on the volume. You can sit here and nod your head. Okay. Guess what, Jay? You're an imbecile if you didn't. Okay, I'm not even going to go there. You also said he should play. And, hey, Chris, almost every Sooner fan, even insiders, are saying
Can I
this guy's
stop
going to get
nodding
on
my
the
head
field.
yet? Can I stop nodding my head? Oh, okay.
All right, dude. You are unbelievable, man.
You said I could. You said I could nod my head, so I was. So,
I'll tell you some of Jay's bad takes about the Thunder. They're horrible.
Hey, you know what, Jerm? Hey, we'll see. Hey, I will say this as far as basketball. I saw Jackson putting together a good recruiting class. Very disappointed I was in something today. I was very disappointed that OU didn't go get the guy from Omaha, Markel Sutton, that played. He was a Tulsa kid, went to LSU.
I have heard that Nigel Pack is considering Oklahoma.
He averaged like 19 a game. Now, Nigel Pack would be great.
But won't he go back to K-State? That's another team he's in on. I would think he's probably going to go back and play at K-State.
But I was hoping Porter would go after the guy from Omaha. You had Crutchfield connection already. Did you see where I pretty much all the OSU fans were just loving Doug Gottlieb?
Crutchfield probably told him, don't go play with Porter Moser. What are you talking about?
I saw on Twitter, a lot of the OSU fans were just loving Doug Gottlieb. He sent him one of the best players, averaged like 25 a game, sent him to OSU from Green Bay. Yeah, Sutton was good. He was a really good player. Coconut Greg says, until O-line is improved, OU won't have any significant improvement. I agree with that comment. You can have a good quarterback back there. You can have you got to have protection, man.
But they'll be improved. If their line's not good, they'll be improved from last year just with material. His playmaking ability.
Let me ask this. I thought about this last night when we were talking about the one-on-one matchups. You know, I think it's Corrections called in and talked about the one-on-ones. In your opinion, what percent of the O-line problem last year was not knowing what they were doing with calls and stuff, and what percentage was they weren't talented enough on the O-line, strong enough?
I think more of the issue was identity or lack of.
And continuity too.
Yeah, they didn't know their left from their right. They didn't know what they were doing, Jay.
You think it's I think it's more that than it is they just overmatched. I mean.
And I'll tell you how I know that. Because when Joe John Finley took over and they at least tried to have some sort of identity, they ran the ball much better.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
pass blocking was their weakness last year. That's pretty obvious. They had a couple of games where 9 sacks, but
and you're right, Coconut Greg. It's not hard for people to recruit against OU basketball. Chris Crutchfield probably said, "Do not go play for Porter Moser." So,
Colin, I already had that moment today on the phone and got ripped for it, but I had that moment today. So I already had that moment for me.
Now, in the end, that game didn't matter. It
absolutely mattered.
In the end, it doesn't matter. So,
absolutely matters psychologically.
You can't even say the word.
It does matter. So whatever.
But it doesn't. Not if they go out there and win the series 4-0 when they play them when it matters.
No, they're not going to, Todd. They're not going to have that. But did you see where? Cook Germ, bring it, Hunter. Get on here, buddy. Hey, Todd. I did see where Gundy basically said, well, I don't care. How can they stop you from doing it? Because, they stopped Dion and Syracuse from doing it. He goes, they can't. How can they stop you from doing it? He still wants to kind of do it, but they're not going to do that. It was
painful to watch. Listen, and anyone who's going to sit here and say the refs are so bad, they gave the Lakers every call. Get used to it. Luka and LeBron will get every call in the playoffs. You've got to win. You've got to be better than the Thunder were.
Hey,
LA is horrible defensively. The Thunder should have put up 120 on them.
Jeremy, the way the NBA works, to get to the next mountaintop, you have to take out the people that you have struggled with. The Thunder are going to have to beat Luka and LeBron, and they're going to have to beat Steph Curry. Correct. And I tell you what would be absolutely brutal for the Thunder. This would be, well, actually, let me say what would be the best scenario for the Thunder. The best scenario would be Golden State to get all the way up to the 3 seed and Lakers keep the 2 seed, get the 2 seed. And then you have them playing each other before the Western Conference Finals. You do not want to have to go through Golden State, through LA. I don't think so.
Well, I'll tell you a team that's cooking right now, the Rockets. They're beating Golden State by 11 tonight.
But here's the thing. I think when the Rockets get in the playoffs, they experience, they'll eat them a little bit. I do.
I agree. Yeah, you can't play double bigs versus shooting teams. You can't.
Yeah, and this is a good point. What would stop Oklahoma State players? And that's the problem you have when you get rivalry teams and stuff trying to play scrimmages, and that would be the issue you could have in that. But coming from not an Oklahoma fan, they have arguably the best O-line coach in the country. You get the right guys in there, you'll be fine up front. And I agree. They got some young talent. They just got to see how they work together.
If they play the young talent too.
Thunder will finish regular season with number 1 point numbers of all time. Shameful that they will not even make the NBA Finals.
Jay agrees with you.
I don't know if I'm emotional about it right now or if I'm just really that's the way I believe too. But right now, today, I said it multiple times today. I don't know if they're going to get there because I don't know why. Okay, we'll see.
Colin says, "Could you please educate me on the Crimson Combine?" Yeah, it's going to be a fan experience for youngins. It's going to be great. For I don't know what all we're going to see some speed and agility drills. You're going to see, of course, there's going to be a lot of autograph signing. It's going to be a fan experience. Probably have a lot of food trucks, all those kinds of things. So
what? So when you look at this spring game, this is probably the least hyped you are because there's really, what are you going to get from it? Is that kind of where you're at? Like we're not going to be sitting there talking next Sunday night about, wow, look what we saw from the spring. I mean, really, what do you think some takeaways will be from the spring game? And this is for the chat too. What can we take away from next Saturday on the spring game, guys? What do you think you can walk away from there and say, okay, is it going to be just the way the guys look? I mean,
there is a spring game.
Well, the Crimson Combine, Jeremy.
You're not going to – all you're going to be able to see is if they do some one-on-one. I mean, you're going to see guys in pads.
Look at Ron.
Hey, I think that's a question. Will they wear pads?
I bet they don't. They don't.
I'm going to say this. If they don't show up in pads –
wait. If it's a combine, it'll be the shortest shorts and basically wearing anything and no shirt, right?
Listen to me. If they don't wear pads, it's a disgrace.
I don't think they're going to be wearing pads. I would be shocked. Colin says he walked away just saying Jay should be the next tight end for seeing his route running. That's right. I'll is he talking about Canick or is he talking about Jay as a me?
Hey, Chris, we haven't talked about this a lot, but this is a good point. The fact that Ben Arbuckle is going to be on the sidelines is massive. He's not going to have his butt up in the press box. I think that's very, very good.
That's right, Talon. Hoodie Mello has nothing on Hoodie Jason. That's right.
Don't you think, Jay, with him being on the – and so here's what's interesting. OU's offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator are on the field this year. Both.
Correct. I like that. I like that they're both on the field. But let's not
if you want to raise money for NIL, this is it. Joe John Finley in the dunk tank.
Oh man,
they will be lined up out down Lindsay Street, all the way through Tailgate Alley. People will buy extra.
Hey, Jerem, what were we talking about before that?
In the box or on the
sideline? Yeah. The thing is, Brent Venables on the sideline. It's not like when OU's got the ball on offense. I don't think he's going to be over there talking to the defense. Do you? I think he's calling the plays, but I think he's going to let his coaches do all that. I don't think he's going to be over there in the huddles when the offense is going. I would doubt that. He's still got to be.
Brent Venables will, I guarantee you, be all invested in the defense.
I think he's calling the plays and stuff, and we'll get. I don't think he'll just be over there with the defense all the time. I don't.
What?
I don't. Not when the offense has the ball. The head coach, Jerm.
It's Ben Arbuckle's offense.
I get it, but you still have the head coach, man.
Jeez, dude, that may be the worst take I've ever heard. Brent Venables is going to not be involved on the defensive sidelines.
He'll be involved, Jerm, when the defense is on the field. You think when the offense has the ball, he's not going to even be paying attention what the offense?
He's going to be in the defensive huddles if he's calling the defense. That is a horrible take.
Lincoln Riley doesn't go into offensive huddles.
This is a story all about how my bro got flipped his mind upside down. Like what?
Hey, Lincoln Riley
doesn't sit back there. I'll tell you how he became the dumbest Sooner fan in the air? What?
Hey, Jerm. Does Lincoln Riley go huddle up with the offense? No. He stands out there.
Lincoln Riley's
He coaches. He calls plays, Jerm.
And he goes over there.
For the quarterback, yes.
I don't know what we're doing.
Sorry, I'm disagreeing with you here. I'm disagreeing. I think he'll go over there. Don't get me wrong. He's going to go over there and talk to the defense. He's not just going to be sitting on the bench with them over there, just looking at all the tablets and stuff. I don't think so. I just don't. But I don't know, Jerm. I'm not.
I agree. When the offense on the field, his back will be turned. He'll be over there with the defense.
We already did this 2 years ago, and I whooped him. Okay, the track guy.
Ignore it. It's not
the
true.
Track star over there.
Not true.
Hunter Jackson, y'all were there. Who won?
It wasn't a 40-yard dash. We were on the. It was pitch black. We're running between one pole and another. It was about 20 yards. I was gaining on you. If it was 40, I'd have whipped you.
Who won the race? Simple question. Jason or Jeremy?
No one won a 40-yard dash.
Who won the race we ran though?
You beat me by an inch on a 20-yard dash.
Yeah, you can't just say I beat you. There you go. Jay won in an overcast, not overnight.
25 yards, thank you. Because he knows 40, he would have been pulling up on a hammy.
I run to where I was going. I ran to the finish line. I stopped as I got closer. I had the lead. I would do the same thing at 40. So,
hey, Jay, God said I've been exposed. Hey, I'll tell you this. Just, Jay, clear out on the 2-on-2 game. Give me room ISO against Gray God, okay? You know what I'm doing. I'm backing him down doing my fadeaway that cannot be stopped.
Okay, that was 25 years ago. I don't know if you still have that.
I still have the fadeaway.
Hey, Adam said, I know you guys are talking about this soon. I'm sure the Thunder defense in the last few games have been bad. It's been bad,
Jay.
And I know people say, well, the Lakers couldn't miss. Well, don't give them shots.
I can't get this quote out of my head from Jalen Williams, though. Yesterday or 2 days ago against after the Rockets game. He said, it is hard when you have an 11 game lead it's just natural kind of to just take it lightly. They're not all in until playoffs, okay?
I think they were all in today and they got beat, but whatever.
They weren't all in today, Jay.
A&M beat the Vols twice, which is surprising. A&M's been struggling this year. That's been a struggle. Ron says he saw me running through Tonti Town. Nope, was not.
Now, here's the deal in hoops. I'll tell you this. When we're together, it's hard to beat us. Jay, you can vouch for that.
Yeah, I mean, you're right about that.
We cook when we're together. One-on-one, we would split probably. We're probably right down the middle. Sometimes I win, sometimes he wins.
Yeah, we used to have some epic battles, didn't we?
Oh, epic. I agree. The Luka history, it's frustrating.
It's frustrating loss today to get beat like that. I mean, people were looking forward to this game. Now you got him again, and Tuesday night you got him again at home. I'm going to throw it out there. What if you lose to the Lakers again on Tuesday? Then are y'all worried? Or does that game not matter either, Jerm? Answer it.
I mean, I'd be a little more concerned.
Why?
I just don't know
why? It doesn't matter. You said it doesn't matter, Jerm. So why would you be worried Tuesday?
I said I wouldn't.
No, you said the game doesn't matter. So why would you be worried?
I just said I would unless they come out with their mindset. Like, again.
No, the games don't matter from here on out until playoffs. That's what y'all have said. So it doesn't matter. True. They can lose the rest of their games. It won't hurt them at all. That's what y'all say. That's what y'all believe. They all mattered. I agree, Okelon. It's a psychological deal. No, it does not say I shoot. It does not say I shoot air balls. This is Will Smith jersey. Come on now.
918 says he's 6'3", 220. Backing him down is going to be a problem. Listen, Jay, you remember that 3-on-3 tournament where we made the finals in Tulsa? It was like John Stark's tournament. Yeah, we made the finals. Me, Jay, and our friend who's shorter than us. Okay, they had a guy. You remember his name? Jay was like 6'11".
You remember RW was playing in that?
RW McCourtis played in that.
Yeah, RW was in that. Hey, Ron,
we held their own. So
Ron
I'm ready. Hey, I'll talk, but you tell me when. I'll make it. I'll be available. So I'm waiting on you guys.
Hey, Ron says, do you think Samson will get it done? I do. I think they're going to get it done. And
it's kind of like destiny after that game last night.
I really hope they do, man. I think it'd be so great for Kelvin to get one. He's one of the, for a guy to have trouble with the NCAA, there's not a more likable guy to like have issues twice. I mean, let's not forget he did it. He had the problem at Oklahoma. He goes to Indiana, gets in trouble again, goes to the NBA with the Houston Rockets, comes back to Houston.
Oh yeah,
but he's still so likable. I mean,
Chuck, we're 5'8" when we're wearing our thick shoes. So we're really not. We're 5'7". Okay, Okie Lawn guy. Look, you're trying to get me ticked off.
I think he's got you here.
That's a horrible take. And
you play. What is the saying that Herm Edwards always said? You play to win the games. Isn't that Herm Edwards?
Hey, whoever this is knows me.
Yeah, he already said Coach Thomas.
Oh, it is? Okay, yeah. 5'8" and can dunk a tennis ball. That's right.
You can't, Tom, he can't dunk a tennis ball anymore.
Back in the day, I could though, Jay.
Back in the day, maybe. Hey,
wait. One thing I was going to say about the Thunder, and people need to know this. Go look at the minutes today. Go look at the minutes played. Okay. Look at the Lakers compared to the Thunder. Most of the Thunder guys played 20, 25 minutes. The Lakers 37, 34. Their bench is not good at all. You cannot win in a 7-game series without a bench. You cannot. You can't, Jay.
You mean you can't win 4 games?
You can't win the series without a bench.
You definitely can if you win by 30 and can rest your guys like they did today. They could have.
In the NBA playoffs, you cannot win without a bench.
Jeremy, they were up on the Thunder by 25 to 30 most of the game. It never got close.
Hey, KB, let's not put words in my mouth. What I said was when no games are guaranteed, like in basketball, they're all must wins.
All must wins, Jeremy says, all must wins. But now, not a must win. It's interesting, isn't it, KB?
When none are guaranteed, they're all must. Guess what is guaranteed? Number 1 seed for the Thunder, Jay. It's a horrible take, you.
Hey, let's open up the phone lines. Open them up, Hunter. 82 versus 12.
I agree. I agree, little messy. LeBron and Luka would have to go absolutely nuclear.
Why? They couldn't stop Austin Reeves today.
Whatever, Jay. Whatever.
They had a tough time with him.
Hey, Jay, I was going to ask you something about NFL, Dallas.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Milton? I know 918 put it in there the other night in the chat.
As a backup?
Yeah.
I think he's a good backup, decent backup, yeah.
He's probably going to have to play.
Well, with Dak, maybe.
Yeah.
So
let's get to the first caller. Colin, what's up?
Hey guys, how is it going?
Pretty good,
it's
man.
Going, man.
But yeah, these past few 2 Thunder games, it's definitely been not the funnest to watch, but I think it was much needed to kind of for the team to feel this way and get that experience. Because, like J-Dub said, you quoted, like they haven't really lost much. So, like, getting that experience. And I think Tuesday is going to be a big showing of what the Thunder may actually be, because I think Mark Dagnall's going to throw adjustments, and we're going to see how we can adjust in, like, a playoff series compared to other games.
Yeah, I think this game Tuesday is very important psychologically.
I've got one stat for you today. I got one stat for you. I said all those guys that played 37 minutes, I'm pretty sure Jackson Hayes, the Lakers center, played about 13 minutes. And you know what that tells you? They went small against the Thunder. The Thunder cannot go 2 bigs against the Lakers if they're going to pull Jackson Hayes.
I agree, because I watched the full game, and if not all points, half of them were when Luka got the switch on the Hartenstein out in the 3-point. And that's where, when you're double bigs, you're going to have a big on the outside perimeter against Luka or LeBron, which is going to be a mismatch where you need like a Dort or a Cason Wallace or someone quicker to go up against Luka.
This team is better off when they don't play 2 bigs. I know people want to see Hartenstein and Holmgren in there together. I don't think you can do it, but maybe 5 to 10 minutes.
I agree. They seem to be better, Jay. It depends on the matchup.
Do you think it's just the matchup, or do you think they just haven't had enough time to?
I think it's they haven't had enough time, and it's weird
because they played well in some games, Jay.
No, I think Chet Holmgren's better at the 5, but I don't think he can play the 5 when you get a guy in there like the guy from Houston's.
Sengun.
You get a really good center. I think you have to go Hartenstein, but I think Holmgren's better positioned when he plays at 5.
But I don't fully hate the double big lineup. You just have to know when to play it. The best time to play it is against like driving dominant paint scoring teams.
Correct.
Because it clogs the paint.
And you need to protect the rim, yes.
Because the thing is with the Lakers game, most of all their threes were uncontested threes.
OKC wasn't good defensively.
And then, of course, SGA not getting any free throw calls. That is what it is. I don't think there was really like any 50-50 calls on that. But
yeah. If I was coaching against the Thunder and they had 2 bigs out there, I'd bring them to the 3-point line too. I'd bring them all the way out there. So,
but yeah, as you guys said, also, I think it was Lakers were up 20 with like 2 minutes left, and I still had Luka, LeBron, and all of them in.
They're trying to make a
statement. Must have meant something. Hey, Colin, must have meant something to them.
It did for the Lakers.
And it did for the Thunder.
Lakers are still fighting for placement, so they were
exactly.
Colin. Yeah.
Well, all right.
Appreciate it, Colin.
Appreciate it.
Have a good night, man.
And listen, there's another. And hey, Okie Lawn guy, you can sit here and say this crapola, but I'm going to say this. When I was saying the must-win argument, what was mostly during basketball season, that's what I was using it because I said there's no guaranteed win. I even used it in football. If there's no guarantee win, then they're all must. Now, I'll tell you one thing. It is a different animal when you're talking NBA because you're playing a team that you played several times in the year, and you're going to see them maybe in a few weeks in the playoffs where you're going to see them 7 times or 5 times. Hey, there is this other thing called gamesmanship, I think, that is more than you want to admit, Jay, where people are like, look, in the grand scheme of things, like, we just got to be right when it matters. Like, how much we want to.
Hey, I got to say this.
Say what you want, Jay. I'm right.
Well, whatever. I got to say
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Because I see with what Greg got saying. It's pretty much a given and for sure thing if you look for the last 10 years. If you're going to win a championship in NBA basketball, you have to have 2 guys carry you through the playoffs. If it's SGA, it's either going to have to be J-Dub or somebody. There's going to have to be the 2 with them. Luka and LeBron. You go, I think right now the Warriors, Curry and Butler. Okay, who's it going to be for the Thunder? J-Dub's going to have to be that guy, I think.
Unless the Chet can step up, it's got to be J-Dub.
No, I think it's got to be It's got to be J-Dub. One guy can't do it in the NBA. It can't.
Okie Lawn guy, if every game matters, why did Skip Johnson put a position player in as a pitcher? Why'd your guy Skip Johnson put a position player in as a pitcher in the 8th inning of that game or whatever it was? The game matters.
Lou says if this football program does this, nobody knows who is going to. I agree. The Lakers need a center, but what else is on your mind tonight, Jerm? Anything else? What else?
Man,
hey, I got to throw this out there.
Masters week. It's Masters week, but Tiger's not playing.
Week. It is Masters. Are you going to watch it without Tiger?
I'll watch it.
Who right now? Who are you predicting to win?
My very early prediction. Let's see. Scotty hasn't been playing great. I think Roy might get one.
Right now, I have 2 guys that I'm watching. Okay.
I like Abear too.
What?
Ludwig Abear. I think he's great.
Yeah, I like Rory too, but I tell you a guy I would watch out for. Old man, Phil Mickelson. And I like Justin Thomas too, but he's so streaky. Phil Mickelson the last few weeks over at Live, I think he might have something together, Jeremy.
Lou's got Shooter McGavin. Hey, Jay, we need a trivia question. Hey, everyone check out the Fan Stop at thefanstop.com. You heard Chris Rhodes say that this April shirt of the month is great, which it is, but also the May shirt of the month, which you're going to see here in a second. Right there it is. In order to get that bad boy, that Memorial Day May shirt of the month special, you've got to sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club. You got to do it by April 20th. You got to use code SURGE, get 10% off on your first 3 months, and you'll get a welcome shirt the next day in the mail or 2 days later, and then you'll get this shirt in May. So yeah, sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club. Jay's getting ready to bring us trivia. Let's go, Jay.
I am. I'm getting ready to bring you trivia. Here we go. We brought up Masters, so we got to go with the Masters. But last time Tiger Woods won, it was the year 2019. Just tell me his final score. What did he end up with? How much under par was Tiger
Are you
Woods?
wanting to know how many under par or his total score?
How many under par was Tiger Woods when he won in 2019? Pretty simple Google answer. Be pretty quick for whoever's.
Hey, Okie Lawn Guy, I know what Skip said, but what Skip actually meant was we weren't going to come back. -8, 11 under.
Close, but no cigar. 11 under would have got you about fifth, probably. And there it is right there, but it looks like I'm nuts on my end. Hunter, you can verify it. He got it first, 13 under par. There it is. By the way, one of the great Masters. That Masters, that shot on 16 from Tiger. Golf is not now. I will say when no Tiger, I don't watch it as much. But you see old Anthony Kim playing well right now over.
Is he really?
Yeah,
former Sooner.
Sure it was on, but yeah.
Hey,
so.
NFL draft. Any other news on Danny Stutzman?
Well, draft's not here yet, so I don't think there's a whole lot of new news.
Mock draft predictions.
I haven't looked at a whole lot of mock drafts, to be honest with you. One thing I want to talk about, we didn't talk about this the other night. What did you think of Deion Sanders? I know you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the scout.
Yeah, what did you think of that?
Explain that to the group in here, Jay. You already
Basically,
know my thought.
was at their pro day basically and was telling them to line up and telling them how to do something off the ball or whatever. And Deion walked up and said, "You guys do what you want to do. You do what you know to do. You don't need to basically don't listen to this guy." I thought that was weird. I thought it was odd.
Yeah, you already know my thoughts, Jay. Hey, Danny, Billy, and Downs projected. I've seen Danny's anywhere from second to fifth.
Billy's been lower than I thought he might be.
And Ethan Downs is going to be lower than both rounds.
Hunter dropped it in the Discord about a week ago, I think. But
yeah,
$10 million a year.
Hey, just like, and I'm going to say it 918, just like every athlete and coach, all of them are overpaid.
Oh, you know what I wanted to bring up? This is a good transition. First off, I think it's crazy because $10 million a year, only a few coaches need to be in that category. Ones that actually have. Did they win their bowl game this year?
No.
So he hasn't won a bowl game yet.
Correct.
Okay, here's what I was going to say. I don't know if anybody saw this, but it was great. It was Jerome Tang. Maybe you saw this, Jerome Tang, he was with Scott Drew. He was on the 68 panel or whatever, I guess at the Final Four. He was talking about the NIL. This is what he said. I'm not going to quote it because I don't have it in front of me, but go watch this. Hunter, maybe you can drop in here if you can find it. He said, the NIL last year, it was totally different than the year before as far as how much money was used. And he goes, I knew the NIL, I would be affected. Our program would be affected by it. I did not know I would be affected by it so much. And he goes, here's what I mean. I would walk into practices with 18 to 23-year-old kids, and I'd be like, I'd get so frustrated because I knew they were getting paid, and I thought they should be acting like a 30-year-old, and they're not.
Yeah, Hunter's put the link there in the chat.
He said it really affected his team because he had a different perspective of they're paid now, and he was really frustrated with them. I thought that was really transparent, as Jeremy would say.
I like the word transparent. Jay, what are your thoughts on Ja Morant? Everyone thought he was going to – now, look, he's made some bad decisions. Hey, they're going to – where are they seated? 7 through 9? They're on the bubble of getting in the playing game?
He's brought that on himself, though.
I agree, Jay.
He brought that on himself.
Anthony Edwards – I'm trying to think when he came in the league, who was the guy who came in the league at the same time? Was Anthony Edwards the same time as Morant?
No, Anthony Edwards was after Morant.
That's what I thought, yeah. Yeah, as a b-ball player, the guy's super athletic. Like, I'll say this, though. Zion was with him. I'll say this.
Bad class.
He has not done as much as I thought Morant would do.
I think Morant needs a change of scenery, to be honest.
I think Morant needs to develop a better three-point shot.
Now, Zion just Wow, he might be one of the most overhyped players in the NBA in quite some time. Do you remember him in his college when he broke the shoe or whatever?
He was unbelievable, Jay. He was unbelievable in college.
People going nuts. Is it because he was so much bigger and stronger than everybody in high school and stuff?
Well, yeah. Hey, Lou, and someone Greg got asked, is Danny predicted lower than he would have if he would have went out last year?
I think that was just one prediction.
I've seen higher predictions than him. So
yeah, I don't like that prediction that was picked out there. I think he's gonna be a lot higher than that. So and
they're not priority. They're not priority, neither are running backs. I mean, again, I say this every time we start talking about the NFL draft. Back when Terrell Davis had a 2,000-yard rushing season, the NFL draft said, guess what? We don't need to draft running backs very high. Owners are like, we don't need to do it. Scouts are like, no. Get any run-of-the-mill running back. Let's get on linemen, quarterback, big-time receivers, DBs. That's where the draft goes.
Yeah, hey, Grey God, what he needs to have happen, he needs to get traded or moved to a team where he's the two. He's not the main guy. I don't
think he's the main guy, Jay.
No, like Butler went to the Warriors and you got Curry. He needs to go somewhere where you got a dude because right now Memphis, I mean, I know they got some pretty decent players, but nothing that you would call like a one or two.
I will agree there. I don't think the punishment has fit the what the warning said.
No, he did it again. You can't do that.
But that's my point, Jay. Yeah, they got to hold him accountable, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'd agree. Adam says Danny and Billy probably going 4th or 3rd round. Downs probably go 5th or 6th.
Again, it is so much determined by the need of the team.
I think Danny's going higher than the 4th. I think Danny's going higher, if I had to guess. But I don't know.
I would say that as well.
I don't know. So
and you know what movie I watched?
Draft Day?
No, Draft Day is great, but no. It's a baseball movie. I absolutely love Moneyball.
Moneyball's a good one.
Moneyball is such a good movie.
Hey, while you're on it, I got to tell people, I like to find shows and watch them. And there's a new show I just started today. If anybody's watching Paradise on Hulu, wow.
Sounds like a reality show.
No, 3 episodes in. It'll keep you on the edge of your seat a little bit. What's going on?
Now we watched a pretty good one on the Hallmark. We watched a pretty good one on the Hallmark Mystery tonight.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
I don't know what could be pretty good on there, but whatever. Golf without Tigers equal to watching TU hoops. Few exciting moments, but overall, I think it's getting better. The golf is, because I think there's some younger guys. You know who I like to watch is the guy that just won. What's his name? Come on now.
Brian Harmon?
No, he didn't. Last week he won.
Oh, what is Min Wee?
Yeah, I like him a lot. Yeah, I like him a lot.
Matt, your hyperbolic takes are so bad.
Did Harmon win today?
He was in the lead. I don't know who
I can't watch him play. He's too slow. They got to do something about that. It's too slow, man. The guy, I mean, his little practice swings, it's like, get up there and hit the ball. Hey, the ranch, I haven't seen it, but I've heard about the ranch.
Hey, speaking of, look, Lil Messi 69 talks about Danny being a huge impact guy like Malcolm Rodriguez. Man, remember when he came out from OSU to Lions? Hey, speaking of the Lions, I love Dan Campbell. Their window is shrinking. Like, they need to get it done in a year or two. They haven't played well in the playoffs when it matters. Now, me personally, I'm not a Jared Goff guy. I don't think Jared Goff's going to be a guy to get a Super Bowl. But, yeah, you're right, Steeler man. Dan Campbell is a coordinator merchant. That is correct. Hey, if I was a Bears fan, I would be excited for Johnson at the helm for the Bears. I would be excited. See what he can do with Caleb Williams. I know Jason is very, very low on Caleb Williams. Jay thinks Caleb Williams will not be able to ever get it done in the league. But I think the duo of him with Ben Johnson is a great, great fit for him.
Real quick, all I said, I don't think Caleb Williams will ever win the Super Bowl. That's what I said.
Yeah.
So.
Brody's dropping hints at OU Insider, Jay.
Not surprised. Not surprised.
Oh,
Brody been working the portal phones and everything. You know, he's nonstop on there. So I'm sure he's got some stuff. Like I said, I stay out of that, but I'm sure. Oh my gosh, I'm putting this right now on my phone as a note because I forgot. But I'm putting it on here right now. I'm going to buy one tomorrow morning. The cherry limeade ghost. I need to remind myself.
And 918 Caleb put up good numbers for a rookie. He had a trash line, Jay.
I just don't think he's going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Phone link was at the top somewhere. Maybe Jay or Hunter can drop it in there again, the phone link. You'll see it. It'll be a StreamYard link. Jeremy, honest question. Does your head football coach teach a class? Now, yes, and listen, with the day of virtual school, but yes, it's not that way at every school. I understand a lot of the bigger schools, they're not, I mean, that's kind of the way it is nowadays with high school sports. Head coaches in the big sports are not, in the classroom as much, especially at the big time. When I say big time, I mean schools that are very large in size. So, but Caleb Williams' swing is a lot lower, I think, more like a Tyrod Taylor with a better arm. Wow. That comparison to Tyrod Taylor, Jay, I would go a little better than Tyrod Taylor, but
my thing in him about him not winning is I don't know. I think it takes more than just a very talented quarterback to win the Super Bowl. I think you got to have a lot of intangibles too.
Hey, Okie, I don't know that there is a right or wrong answer on that, Okie Lawn guy. It's whatever is best for that person in that school. I mean, when I got into teaching, I didn't coach my first 2 years, so I didn't want to. I wanted to make sure I was in the classroom first, but man, there's a lot on someone's plate, so it's hard to do.
But I think this is an outside This is an outside perspective, so Jerm, you can scream at me if I'm wrong. But don't you think without that you will have some people, and I'm just going to let me just throw an example out there.
I already know what you're going to say, and I don't want to get into it.
What? Why?
Okay, go ahead.
What I was going to say, give me a random sport in high school. Volleyball. Okay.
Okay.
Let's just say, don't you think there will be teachers that just coach volleyball to get the stipend? They don't know anything about volleyball that much. Or do they have to know a lot about the sport? I don't know if you do in some sports.
Well,
they make some people be on coaching staffs that they get the stipend, right? But they're not like, if you hire a guy
the head coach of the programs want to hire someone who knows the sport. Usually, that's how it works.
No, but what I'm saying is, if you hire the head coach that doesn't teach, they're all in on football. Not is that what you're saying? Like you don't have to balance the both?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I didn't
say that. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
There's Corrections on the line. As soon as the link in, there he is. What's up, Corrections? Happy Sunday night.
Hey guys, how you doing tonight?
What's up?
So I was in the middle of something at the very beginning of the show. Can you give me your guys' stance again on your guys' take on needing to target a running back in the spring portal? Just so I got it right.
Needing to get one?
Yeah.
It depends on if anybody leaves.
I
don't think they need to get one.
Unless somebody leaves.
Okay. That's okay. Yeah, because there's some other part.
Barnes might be a guy that would leave. I could see Javonte Barnes leaving, but if he does, they still this year I think they're okay.
Why? Just out of curiosity, why do you think Javonte Barnes would leave?
I'm not saying he will. I'm saying if someone was, and I'll tell you why. So I'll just be flat out honest. It seems like Samuel Franklin, Sawchuk have gotten a lot of run. Some it sounds like. So maybe they're being appeased a little bit. Now, Barnes was also coming off an injury. So I think if it looks like he wasn't going to play, then he might be one. But you're not going to lose one of the young guys this early, I don't think. And he's been around one of the longest outside Sawchuk.
Yeah, I've heard other OU podcasts say that we need to target a running back, and I'm thinking, why? Because it's like we have a full stable, and it's like I don't know. In a spring portal, I mean, basically all that's really going to be out there, unless there's some major surprise out there, is just going to be guys getting processed out because they're not getting play time already. So it's like
I saw that too. I saw that too. Corrections, and it made me wonder if they know something like people are going to leave, and that's why they said it. But I don't know. And I'll agree with Hunter. Guys, Javonte Barnes has been as loyal as they come to OU. And by the way, Javonte Barnes last year had a couple of really, really good games.
Yeah, it's the one thing that we could do is if we wanted to start playing big boy recruiting, kind of like Miami's done, is target somebody. Let's say Oregon has a really good running back, and just say, hey, don't worry about the transfer portal. NCAA says they can't do anything about it. Just withdraw, enroll at OU, enroll in football, and you're good to go. The NCAA can't do that anymore. So, I mean, if there is really somebody out there, like let's say you don't think Sawchuk, because Sawchuk, it's like, I mean, he's had flashes, but it's just here and there. It's not consistent or anything, and it's like, okay, if there's if for some reason Javonte Barnes leaves and there's somebody out there you want to target, why not just go after him, drop the bag, and bring someone else in that is going to be the best one on the team? But other than that, I just don't see us doing anything in the spring portal. I'm pretty happy with myself. This is my opinion. I'm pretty happy with our running back room as it is.
I agree. And I'm along the same lines as what the NFL's belief is. Because let's just go to it, Jay. Who won the national championship last year? Ohio State. They had two really good running backs, but Junkins had a great playoff run, but him and Travion Henderson, but again, Travion Henderson for years wasn't that special. Like, you can get a few guys in there and they can do the job. You don't have to have some elite guy at running back, in my opinion.
Right. Yeah. I still think I would really love to see us getting back to having a bell cow running back, though. That's getting 60-70% of the carries, and then two others, splitting the remaining 30-40% of the carries. Like, you look at Scadaboo this last year, man. Absolute workhorse, and he reminded me of the old school OU running backs like AD. It's just, the teammates were picking him up off the ground because he didn't have any energy to get back up. And then they would still hand him the ball off the next play, and he'd run through a couple other guys, carry him for 5 yards. And it's just like, why can't we get back to having physical running backs like that again instead of shoestring tackles all the time? And it's like, man, I would love to have that again.
Oh, yeah. It'd be nice. That's for sure, man. Good to hear from you, Corrections.
Yeah. Have a good night, guys.
Hey, you too, man. Let's get to Platoon 20. What's up, Platoon 20?
Hey, what's up, guys? Just a question for you about Thunder. Okay, my take. I'll give my take first. I think the Thunder are a very awesome regular season team. Obviously, one of the best teams of all time, as well the stats they're putting up. So my thought as to why that is because I feel like they play at a higher effort level and are using more effort than a lot of the teams that they face.
Agree.
Now, do you agree with that, or do you feel like the Thunder, their effort level is not even that high yet?
I agree with you. I think their effort level and tenacity on the defensive end and just how hard they play, not just that, how unselfish they play, how much of a team they are together, that's their biggest strength, in my opinion. But now, I don't know that it's been today. It wasn't great. That's why I'm saying I'm not sure it was all in today.
I think what Platoon's getting at, and I agree, is what he's saying is come playoff time, all these other teams that don't give that effort every night will be.
Yeah, that's my take on it. Like, let's say Thunder, and I'm not just looking just at today. I'm just looking at the whole season. And so when I see them play, let's say they're playing at like 95% effort level, and the teams in the regular season might be given, 70%. Well, what happens when those regular season teams jump up and all of a sudden I just don't know that the Thunder can go up another level to have such a dominant edge? Because I think right now they're pretty sizable edge or effort, and I just don't see that effort edge being the same in the playoffs. That's what I see.
No, but what about the bench edge? Because I think the Thunder bench is going to be as good as most benches. I mean, there's a couple of teams in the West.
Bench gets smaller in the playoffs. The bench gets smaller in the playoffs.
But, Jay, you still have to have a good bench in the playoffs. I
agree, but it shrinks.
Yeah, I agree with that too. One other thing I'll say that I think SGA would really be helpful is if – obviously I'm nitpicking here. He's an awesome player, best in the league, obviously. But I will say that I wish he would when he's driving in and people start to show pressure on him, I wish he would make a more of an effort to look for the open guy and pass. Because if you notice Braun and Luka, they do that a lot. And I wish SGA would do that just a little bit more. I think that would really take the Thunder to the next level.
I do agree. If his assists go up, the Thunder are better off.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Hey, thanks,
thanks,
Platone.
man.
Hey, real quick, we got KB, but Corey Alexander, it's been a while, man.
Good to see you, Corey. Good to see you on there, buddy.
Asking who all's going to the combine. Let him know in the chat. Hey, what's up, KB?
Fellas.
Hey.
Hey, I was talking talk about running back. I think I don't think you have to have a number one running back, but I do think you have to have a serious threat at running back. With the talent these guys have down on the defense, especially in the SEC, if you get one dimensional or they don't think you got taking that serious, it's a long day. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I understand you got, so I think you got to have something more than just serviceable is my deal. I'm not saying you have to have a top 5 pick, but you know what I'm saying?
But
you have to have something that people worry about.
What do you think about this statement? Agree or disagree? Because you hear this about quarterbacks. Do you agree with this about running backs? If you don't have one, if you don't have one, you don't have any, right? You know what I mean? Where you play 2 backs and you really you don't have one.
I'd somewhat agree. I somewhat agree. And the reason I say that is last year, Texas lost C.J. Baxter. He was our number 1. So you really had to go with 2. Now, granted, Wisner ended up being 1,000-yard running back.
Yeah, he was great.
Okay, but that was your second and third guy. Or actually, that was your third and fourth guy because of Blue. Okay. And so you kind of, last year, if you think about it, we ran Blue and Wisner quite a bit and then Gibson. So we really didn't have a number 1,
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I kind of tend to lean, you had to go by running back by committee because your number 1 guy wasn't there.
Yeah, that's
Now,
true.
Blairo's got a good point. Mix and Pirine would disagree.
Well, there's going to be times where look at Ohio State. They had 2 really good. There's times where you have
I was going to say that about the point about Henderson earlier. Henderson was not as good as people expect him to be. He went 2 or 3 years where he wasn't very good, Jay. For being the number 1 back in the country out of high school.
Yeah, that's true.
I agree. Texas is always going to have 2, but you're going to have one that mainly runs the ball. You're going to have another one that is excellent with his hands out of the backfield.
Yeah, that's
because if you can't catch as a running back for Texas, you're not playing. So that's the only other scheme in that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as a pure running back, C.J. Baxter's it. As far as now the new kid Jarrett Gibson, he's probably going to be one too. But he was a freshman last year, did real well. But you have to see how he does.
Yeah, exactly.
So
hey, appreciate it, KB.
All right, y'all have a good night.
Hey, Jay, I want to go back up to one. I got something for you, Jay. I'm testing your knowledge.
The comments, and they're right about OU has had some years where they've had multiple running backs.
Testing your knowledge, Jay.
Okay.
Hockey knowledge right now. Give me the first who those 2 teams are, Jay. The Canadians and Predators. Go.
That would be the Montreal Canadiens.
Correct. Do you know the other one?
I want to say Carolina. Is it Carolina Predators? You don't know?
I don't think it is, Jay.
Do you know?
I don't think it's them.
Who is it, Germ?
That's what I was asking you, Jay.
Nashville Predators.
I thought it was Nashville, yeah.
Nashville. Okay. What am I? Hey, and by the way, we didn't mention this, but yeah, Ovechkin got the record. Pretty cool.
And Gretzky was there to see it, Jay.
Correct. Gretzky was there.
One of the records that's probably never going to be broken on the Sooner Surge is how many straight nights someone gives a super chat. Because Super Dave did it again tonight. I think that streak's at 13 straight nights, a $20 super by Super Dave. Thanks so much, Super Dave. Appreciate you. Hey, appreciate everyone that was on here tonight with us on this Sunday night, man. We talked everything tonight. NFL draft, NHL, NBA, football, basketball. It was a smorgasbord, as we said last week, Jay. But hey,
Sunday, maybe that's what we should do. Sunday smorgasbord.
Sunday smorgasbord. Hey, appreciate everyone. Seattle's a Kraken. Hey, it's a Kraken. That's a Seattle. That's right. Hey, yep, Sooner Surge, baby. Good to see you on here, Little Message 69. Hey, thanks, everyone. We'll catch you tomorrow night. Everyone have a marvelous Monday, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Appreciate it.